So before we start, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Where did you come from, bro? You just blew up out of nowhere.
I know. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's like one day it was bang. He talks sense. I was like, who is he? I don't know. He's just saying things that make sense.
Last year, my daughter is a year and a half old. Mm-hmm. So I'll tell my story from the beginning. 2021 is when I first found you.
Yeah.
It was the Your Mama's House podcast.
Yeah.
And if you guys have never seen it, I think that's the best one you've ever done.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because it was a combination of your ideas with humor and your takes on some women. You can tell that a lot of it was for fun.
Yep.
You understood it.
Yeah.
It wasn't as polarizing then. This is before you kind of took over the whole internet.
Please tell the Romanian judge that. It would help me. Because it's translated in the case file.
Yeah, if you take it word for word and you translate it and you take out the nuance, you're like, all right, this guy hates women.
Yeah.
You could see it.
Yeah.
But if you hear it, and even Christine, she was laughing her ass off. Yeah. And the funniest part was, well, Tate, if I'm a dumb bitch, she says this. Amazing. And that was a great episode, I thought. Yeah. That's the first time I ever saw you on the internet.
Yeah.
And that was maybe August or October of 21, something like that. And I was like, this guy, super interesting. And then you started getting to your takes of get off your ass and do something. Depression isn't real.
Yep.
Like be something. The only people that are scared of ghosts are the people that believe in ghosts. 100%. I love that one.
Yeah.
And I remember it was 2021 and I was home during COVID and my wife was like, we should stay home. And there's a whole story of why we had to stay home. Yeah. But for her health reasons, we couldn't risk it.
Yep.
But I remember sitting home and I was feeling lax and I don't want to say I was depressed, but I was feeling unmotivated. Mm-hmm. And I ran into you at just the most perfect time in my life. And I was like, I'm going to do something. So I started working on different businesses. And I was at home. I think it was a little bit over a year ago. I was at home and I'm yelling at the TV like most old men do now. Yeah. You yell at TV and you're like, that's bullshit. I don't believe that, whatever. And my wife, she's like, she came downstairs. She's like, seriously, go tell someone that cares because you're going to wake up your kid. Yeah. And I was like, do you know what? I will. And I came in the office. I'm like, I'm going to start a podcast. And like, what are you talking about? Dude, I feel like I'm going to do it. I've been watching Andrew Tate. I feel like I'm going to do this.
Dude, nice.
And I just turned it on one day and I went to my computer, how to start a podcast. Like that's how I had never been on a podcast before.
Yep.
I'd never been in a studio before. I had no idea how to do any of this. And I'm just like, I'm just going to figure it out.
Yep.
Start day one, figure it out. And as you kind of experiment and you learn and you fail and you do things, you'll just improve. And I thought, if I start and maybe in 5 years, 10,000 people listen to me, that'd be a huge success. That's a lot of damn people.
Yeah, it is.
And somehow, I think in the last 8 months, it went from like no one's ever heard of me to, I don't know, maybe 500,000 to 1 million people per day see my face.
It's incredible.
And it's because I ran into you at just the most opportune time.
Well, that humbles me a little bit. Thank you, sir. But there was also a video you made, a particular video or something that was like that blew up. Was there one? Was there one video or was it gradual? I remember seeing just one video one day and then I saw you every day.
I made my first video. Okay, so Tucker Carlson got kicked off of Fox in May.
Yeah.
And I love Tucker.
Yeah.
I love everything that he does. And I love his approach of kind of informing people. It's like facts with a little bit of mixture of his opinion. Yeah. And he presents facts in a way to give his style of story. I love that he's able to.
Smart.
It's smart, right? Because people are like, oh, he's fair. But no, like he's telling his story. I love that. Yeah. And I remember he got kicked off. And then I think it was June 18th, Father's Day, I ran into this story of these. It was in Seattle, a guy went up to a family in a Tesla and shot him cold dead. And the wife.
And you want me to wear headphones? Bro, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I guarantee that guy in that Tesla was listening to music, sitting there. Bro, sorry to interrupt you. I don't want to interrupt your story, but that's perfect example. Yes, a couple days ago, I was in my car and we were sitting in traffic. I had a security team behind me and I'm sitting in the car. I've got a security car in front of me and I'm looking in all the mirrors and the chick goes to me, what are you looking for? I'm like, them. What do you mean? What am I doing? Them? Like, this dude was sitting in his Tesla listening to Katy Perry, sitting there, bang.
Bang.
That's how it goes, bro.
Just like that. But the wife that was in the car with him, she was pregnant, 7 months pregnant.
So sad, bro.
And it was Father's Day, so I just started thinking about it, like, damn. And I made this video, first time I ever did one of these talking head videos. And I said, on Father's Day, this one just hits hard, right? Because you have daughters, like it's a tough one. And I ended the story with how many people died that day because she was 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And that really messed people up because all the people that are like, abortion isn't real or they're not babies, but she was 7 months pregnant. They're like, my comment section went crazy because they couldn't, people who think that it's okay to abort kids, they're like, damn, but this is a very difficult situation. And that, my first time ever putting a video together like that, it did like 3 or 4 million views in like 2 days.
Wow.
And ever since then, that video, and then I did one about the submarine with billionaires in a submarine.
Oh, bro, yeah.
I was like, I don't care about these billionaires submarine, and then this idiots going in the middle with PlayStation controllers, and that one blew up.
I mean, there's interesting points because we just talked about how exceptions don't disprove the rule, and that's also abortion's a subject where that happens all the time.
Yeah,
where you say, I think abortion is wrong. What if she's raped?
Yeah.
Who gets pregnant from rape in general? I mean, okay, yeah, perhaps. What if she's raped and the guy who raped her has AIDS? And it's like, bro, where is this argument going? This is just going down a rabbit hole of insanity. And as for the Ocean Gate thing, the thing that always perplexed me about that, and I speak as somebody with a whole bunch of money, and I know I'm risk averse, as we've just discussed. The podcast has already begun. If you try and make me do extreme things, I'm like, no, walking to my car is extreme. No, thank you. But the fact that people went down on a submarine to the Titanic to look at the Titanic through a TV screen, as opposed to sending the submarine on its own and watching it on the TV screen from the yacht, is amazing to me. I mean, I guess maybe they could sit and say, oh, but I'm closer to the... Bro, you're watching it through a screen. What's the difference? And now you're crushed to death.
In a little soda can.
Bro.
That was so stupid.
I mean, it was hard to feel sorry for them. The memes were epic. I mean, obviously it was a terrifying thing, but the memes were off the chain. I kind of felt bad when I'd laugh at some of them. I'd be like, oh man, that must be scary. But I don't know. Didn't it cross their mind that this is just pointless? If they would have said to me, hey, you can go down in this little soda can. You can see the submarine. I was like, through what window? Oh, there's no windows. Through this screen. I would have said, okay, thank you. Then send the submarine. It takes like 6 hours to get down there or something. You send the submarine. I'm going to spend the next 6 hours in the gym. And you let me know we're at the bottom. I got stuff.